All right, off to the gym we go. I did the remote start so I'd have a nice warm Jeep, and yep, there's the culprit right there. And the remote start was canceled because the door was open. So that has me driving up in a cold car. But it ain't that bad. It's only 28 degrees, which is, you know, better than some of the other days that I have had. So I'll take that. And I'm going to adjust this just a smidgen. There we go. All right, so today is chest back day. So I'm excited about that. Ready to get in there and get the chest pump, get the back pumped. And then, you know, tomorrow is our rest day, which almost feels like I should come in and get some work in on rest. Maybe I didn't, you know what, I didn't get shoulders. I might get some shoulder work in tomorrow because I didn't do shoulders on leg day. I should probably just start doing a shoulder day on Thursdays, honestly. That might be something to really consider adding. Really consider, like, making a part of the routine. Because that would work out really well, doing arms, legs, chest, back, shoulders. But I don't know. We'll see. We'll see. That would only have me hitting shoulders once a week. Still should be able to make some gains with that, honestly. Yeah, I don't know. Something to consider. I'll think about it. I really kind of like the idea of hitting shoulders twice a week, though. So, but you know, I can't be missing out on my shoulder days, on my shoulder exercises on leg days. So, and I think that was just because yesterday was just because I busted my ass and I just was fatigued and worn out, and I freaking forgot, man. I really have no other reason to have not done shoulders yesterday other than I forgot to do shoulders, which is a terrible, just an absolutely terrible reason to not hit a body part. Has anybody else ever done that? I guess you have. I guess if you've been lifting for a period of time, you have probably had something that you planned to do and went in and didn't do it. And I think that's the second time this has happened to me that I can remember, where I was like, all right, today's whatever day, and I went in and hit the one body part and then didn't get around to the second body part. So, but I could hit shoulders tomorrow and then hit shoulders again on the second shoulder day, on leg shoulder day, and that would allow me to hit it twice a week. I think part of it is just like, I kind of want to come to the gym instead of just taking an off day on Thursdays. I kind of want to pry my ass up off of the couch and come to the gym and get some work in. It feels like, you know, sometimes it feels like, well, maybe I'm taking too much time off. You know, I'm getting too lax. There was a period of time that I was no rest days. And I guess I need to remember that I added a rest day in because no rest days was a little bit too much. and there was a need for a recovery day in the middle of the week. So with that in mind, I guess I will keep my rest day. I don't know. We will consider it. See what happens. But the car is just now warm, and we're just now pulling in, fixing to go into the gym. Ain't that a bitch? That's about right. You get the car warmed up, you get everything nice and comfy, and then it's time to jump out and get inside and get our lift on. All right, so pre-workout meal was 40 grams of Rice Krispies. Our caged pre-workout drink, which I can definitely tell the difference between that drink, which is optimally dosed, and the other drinks I've had, which were not optimally dosed. So I would say make sure you're paying attention to your pre-workout dosing, because if it's not dosed properly, it's not going to work properly. And I was reading up on beta-alanine, because I was like, what does beta-alanine do for us? Do we need that? Is that gonna, what does the research show? And honestly, the research that I found shows that beta-alanine is good for, say, long distance runners, or if you were like a wide receiver in the NFL and you were always sprinting and stopping and sprinting and stopping and sprinting and stopping, it adds like 0.5 seconds of endurance onto the end of a singular sprint. So where does that come into play? Well, let's say we sprinted throughout the entire game. 0.5 seconds could add up every single sprint. That endurance factor could add up towards the end of the game to be like, oh, well, I have a half a second faster sprint time than I would if I didn't take the beta-alanine. So what does that mean? That means if you're playing soccer or, hockey or football as a wide receiver or something like that, and you're having to sprint a lot, or, because even like with a sprinter, it's not going to help that much a track person, because they're only sprinting the one time and then they're done, right? But I guess if you were doing multiple track events, it may come in handy in that regard too. But if you're playing a sport where you stop and sprint, stop and sprint, stop and sprint several times over before the end of the game, you're going to be provided with benefits on your last sprints to have a minuscule amount of more endurance than you would have. Other than that, it makes your fucking skin tingle. So what does it do for us lifting weights? Absolutely fucking nothing. It is not really helping us lifting weights too much at all. There's nothing that I could find. So if there's research out there, somebody knows about it, they want to drop it in the comments, I'll definitely read it, and I'll change my opinion if somebody knows more about it than me and they want to guide me in the right direction. But so far, that's the information I've learned about beta-alanine, and it is not inducive to weightlifting. But it does make your skin tingle a little bit, which makes you feel like the pre-workout is working. And there's been a million research articles done on placebos. Even that shit a while back where it was like the band that you wore that they said had the magnets in it, and it produced, it helped you be a better athlete because of the power band. I can't remember what it was. I had one back in the day. Even those, right? And the research found that if you think the shit is working, then you perform better in the gym. So if you think that the beta-alanine making your skin tingle is working, then you're going to have better performance in the gym than you would without it. So just the thought process, just you thinking it's working, is going to mean that it's going to work to some degree. Like, they took people who had thought they were on steroids. They said, hey, we're giving you steroids. But really, they was not giving them steroids. I was giving them something else. And then all these people's muscle growth improved, their strength improved, everything improved because they thought, you know, that the roids were helping them improve. But it was really just them pushing themselves harder because in their mind they could push harder because they were on the roids, when really they were just placeboed into thinking that they were on something, and they pushed themselves harder naturally. So all that being said, make sure you're pushing yourself as hard as you can in the gym, right? Anybody who's like, you know, oh, don't grunt when you're lifting that weight, or, you know, don't red line if you don't have to. Look, if you can and you're not fucking passing out, do it, because it's not going to do anything but increase the amount of effectiveness and optimize your routine and your lifting. The harder you go, the more gains you will receive. That should be a commandment. That should have been like one of the 10 commandments. That should have been like commandment number 1. The harder you go, the more gains ye will receive. All right, I got to get in here. I got to get this workout done. After we're done with the workout, of course, we will probably do a pump check, and then we will we'll talk more, and I might do 30 minutes of cardio, but I've already got an hour of cardio in today. So if I do cardio, it's just going to be icing on the cake, and it'll just be because I felt like doing 30 more minutes of cardio. So my cardio today consisted of this weird, you can go, if you're on Threads, you can see my post about this cardio machine. This weird fucking cardio machine with like these 2 handles and like these elliptical things, and it felt really good. A high heart rate was easy to achieve, and the perceived rate of exertion was very low on this machine. So if anybody has used it, let me know. I have not used it except for the one time. I really did enjoy it. And then I got a good 30-minute walk in earlier today too, and so that burned a few calories. But it wasn't a really intense walk. It was just like a basic walk. Probably burning it was a 30-minute walk, and I think I burned about 150 calories with that. So I don't know. I wouldn't mind getting a real cardio session in, 15 incline, 3 speed, you know, burn 300 calories for sure. So I love those cardio sessions where I'm burning about 100 calories every 10 minutes. That's kind of the goal that I'm looking for. Heart rate above 115 and the 120 to 130 is like the gold spot for me. That's where I want to be at. And then that will have me burning about 100 calories every 10 minutes, which is kind of the sweet spot I like to be in. So anyway, let's go get the lift on, and then after we're done with that, we'll get back out here and debrief. All right, let's get this song. There we go. A little UGK, right front and back, side to side, right front and back, and side to side.
Never sat on paperwork.
Oh, that was nasty looking.
We made some dog shit while he fighting fear. Now I get to shooting up crews, we take life to stay. Boy shit, I'll pay whatever for a pint of rain. Moving on to bigger, better things, the whole life is day. 60 racks hanging on my neck cause I grind for a bitch cheating with me cause you ain't never got no time. 1200 for the movie, yours is so they live. New number that can be that bitch sound like a lot more. Really got two beans on them, I switch back and forth. Little man put up to do a 10, I'm black and forth. Mama asked me what's up in my cup, it's action for. Don't ask me if I got a gun on me, I'm trying to record the shit until my bitch.
You don't wear that fit for a month, shit is bad time. Blow him out by halftime. Thought he was creeping through that fit, he caught a landmine. It don't take shit to kill him, just a hand sign. Jack got on top his head, who want the cash prize? Gang wrecked the murder man, ball like the Fab Five. That ABS one, you got some voice in the grab fight. If I see the hook left, I'ma jab right. You would think we box, how we looking mugging in the club, you probably get me plotting. I know y'all though, but you ain't for sure. Thinking that he lucky, take the dice and I'ma end this row. I ain't beefing with nobody, when I do they send me the trouble. Doing this the last couple months, ain't got no up. His clothes on the curb. If you see me in that big body rose, bet I swear. Bet he turned up. Used to have a semi-glocky, I just turned pro. Know some hoes that turn good, good girls turn hub. Bitch, look at it. Can't you see that workshop? Mixing the with the juice, that's my workflow. Add the Zani to the shit, I'm in work mode. As much as you be on it, must be lit. Dirt road, pull up on your block with rum. Throw him to the truck, take him to the dungeon. Whole game some giants, you be hanging with the munchkins.
me. So how you gonna do it? I'm gonna trade this life for fortune and fame. I'll even cut my hair and change my name. Cause we all just wanna be big rock stars and live in hilltop houses driving with cars. The girls come easy and the drugs come cheap. Well, I'll stay safe cause we just want to eat it. We'll hang out in the coolest bars in the VIP with the movie stars. Every good gold digger's gonna wind up there. Every playboy buddy with the bleached blonde hair. Hey, hey, be a rock star. Hey, I wanna be a rock star. I wanna be great like Elvis with that.
Got a bitch that she looks so good, but on the real she in denial. Down the water, yeah, it look like a river. Look like I'm standing in the now. If it really I'm moving, I'm trying to got something to swag. No, you can't. I'm the nigga making beats wanna pop. I'm the nigga making beats wanna pop. I'm the nigga making beats wanna drop. I'm the nigga that your bitch wanna talk. I'm the nigga making beats wanna pop. I'm the nigga making beats wanna pop. I'm the nigga making beats wanna drop. Let's go. I'm the nigga making beats wanna pop. I'm the nigga making beats wanna pop. I'm the nigga making beats wanna drop. I'm the nigga that your bitch wanna talk. I'm the nigga making beats wanna pop. I'm the nigga making beats wanna pop. I'm the nigga making beats wanna drop. I'm the nigga that your bitch wanna talk.
So I'm a little proud of myself there. All right, so the workout is complete. We had a really good pump. Everything went really well. Really happy about the pump, but I don't know. The pose down could have been much better. I think that's the biggest complaint that I have, is just that, it's just that the pose down was not, was not what it normally is. So, and what do I mean by that is, I don't know, I just didn't feel like I could get a good flex in, I guess is the best way to explain it. I felt like I was flat from just overexertion or something. So, I don't know. But I'll tell you, having the Rice Krispies before working out makes all the difference in the world. And if you're not eating some carbohydrates prior to your lift, well, I'm just going to say that is something that you need to get on, because that is one of the best things that I have found, especially dieting down, that will provide a little extra energy, a little more oomph for the workout. So make sure that you are having some carbohydrates prior to working out. Now we got our workout done, so post meal today is going to be ground beef. I have about 8 ounces of ground beef that I have left to eat. I cooked a big batch of it earlier today. Been eating on a pound of it all day long. I like the extra lean ground beef from Walmart, so just to turn you on there, I get that. And then I saw a thing that was talking about, oh, I don't drain the fat. Look, I always drain my fat. I was taught by my parents, after you cook ground beef, you should always drain your fat off. I usually will either use a colander, pour it in there, drain it off, or I'll take it here lately and I'll lean it up and then get paper towels and put it in there and drain off the excess grease that way. But it's just wild to me that folks are eating the grease from the ground beef. I mean, that's just a fucking heart attack waiting to happen, honestly. So I've always drained it off. I will always drain it off. I guess if I'm eating a hamburger, then I'm going to get a little bit more grease because of the, you know, just the style of it, just having it all seared and the juices seared into the burger and stuff like that. You know, and that's the style that you're eating. But when it comes to ground beef, come on, y'all. Drain the fucking grease. It's just unneeded, unnecessary calories. And you're going to have plenty of residual fats from that ground beef in there. And then I was also watching a content creator, and he was talking about, okay, I like to get the 80-20 ground beef, and then I cook it, and then I drain all the fat off of it. This dude was even washing his off with water, which I think's taking it a little bit too far. And then he was saying, well, then I'll just log it as extra lean ground beef. And here's the thing, just buy the fucking extra lean. It costs a little bit more money, but you're really not saving that much money buying the 80-20 and then cooking it down and then draining all the fat off, because you got to cook it down so much. You're cooking so much volume out of your meat. So just get the lean ground beef or the extra lean ground beef. That way you don't have to cook down so much volume, and you'll wind up, and I'm just guessing here, I could be fucking wrong, I guess, but in my estimation, you will wind up with more beef per dollar if you get the extra lean or the lean ground beef versus the 80-20 ground beef, cooking it all the way down and then draining all the fat off and losing all that volume. Just simply because you're going to have more volume after you cook down the lean or extra lean ground beef. Anyway, that's my opinion on that, and do what you will with it. But for the post-workout, we're going to have that. We got a bunch of salad mix. I'll probably throw some taco seasoning on that ground beef. I'll throw some hot sauce all over it. Maybe a little bit of Mexican cheese. I got a few calories left. About 120, 130 calories left that I need to eat. And I need to eat those in carbohydrates. So maybe 20 calories of it will be the cheese. And then I will cook some rice probably for the carbohydrates. And throw the rice in there with it. And that will be, or what I'll have. And I have to eat a half of a container of Greek yogurt that I factored in earlier today. And I ate half the container, but I didn't eat the other half. So I'll dump that Greek yogurt in, utilize it kind of like sour cream. And Greek yogurt really does do a pretty decent replacement for sour cream. It's not perfect, but it's pretty decent. Anyway, I'm going to go in here. I'm going to have my creatine. I'm going to have my post-workout meal. And I'm going to go to sleep. I'm going to recover. I'm going to get up and have a rest day tomorrow. And who knows? I do not know what tomorrow's rest day video is going to look like. I haven't even thought of it. Maybe we'll do a what I eat in a day video or something like that. But we'll figure out something for a video tomorrow. And we will put that out. But till then, I really appreciate everybody's support. Thank you for subscribing. If you've watched this whole thing, you haven't subscribed, subscribe to the damn channel. Let's build something here. And for you, I need you to get out there and dominate everything you do inside and outside of the gym.